Hi guys, how are you? This is Francisco. So this is one of my favorite houses actually. See that beam right there? We're gonna paint that one. We're not gonna cover it with plaster cement, but everything else is plastered. Talking about the frontal beams, and then this detail right here, that's concrete. That's casted concrete. And you see that right there? That's the sample of the Italian porcelain that will be installed on that volume right there. So this house is huge, huh? This house is about 10,000 square feet. Huge. And this house is on my social media as La Casa Los Arrayanes, the Arrayanes House. So we're gonna explain some structural details about this house. Hi guys, how are you? So we're inside of the house right now. So there are many types of beams in this house. The ones that we manufacture, like for instance this circle beam right here. Okay, so these ones we fabricate in our fabric, okay? But then other ones that are laminated, like you see that one right there, that's a laminated beam, and we import these ones. So like these ones, they're laminated, right? And then some of these, they're fabricated. You see the welded piece right there, right? So I'll show you. The main beams are laminated, watch, okay? And in this design, of course, not every design is the same. The secondary beams we manufacture right there. Look at that. So we have a half-an-inch steel rod that is welded to the peripheral beam, and then we weld this steel mesh, we plaster it with cement, and that's how we end up, sealing all the facades with cement. Okay, now this one right here, that's black, okay? But then this structural element, that's black right there, but then when it goes up, it becomes casted concrete right there. You see that one? That's concrete, okay? And it goes all the way to the front facade. Okay, so as you can see, the column is plastered with cement and with a product right here that seals the steel and welcomes the cement, which is a different material, okay? So the structural elements, they're covered by this plaster cement. And watch, this is true in every beam around the house, the outside ones, as you can tell. Okay, so I'm gonna go up the stairs, okay? And as you can tell, all the columns are sealed with plaster cement, okay? So you can see the connection right here. So I'm at the second floor of this house, right? So as you can tell, all the beams the ones that are fabricated by us and the ones that are laminated. So this one is laminated. And this one we fabricate. So if we get to do your structural design, it's gonna be mixed. So as you can tell, the metal deck is on top of the beams. Like for instance, this main one is laminated, right? And then the secondary ones are fabricated. So let's check out this detail. This is a peripheral beam right there. And see, this is a very small cantilever. And see how we weld this iron mesh, and how we have this mix or plaster cement, right? So we actually seal all the beams in this house with the frontal beam as being the only exception. Okay, so this is block right there, right? Some of them is gonna be stucco, some of it's gonna be laminated with porcelain, you know, because we really want this house to be forever. So we don't want the clients to bother and paint the house every time. So you see, this is a laminated beam, and this is how we, you know, unify them, how we weld and unify these beams. So as you see, all you're looking at is what you would get in the design if we do the design. So I want to get really close to a connection between the column and the main beam, okay? Okay, so now we're at the backyard facade of the house. So like you see, the geometry of the house is very interesting, you know, and it's very interesting because it goes, you know, back and forth, you know. So there's no straight line here, but that's what makes this house really neat, right? So as you can see, you know, the beam, the structural beam is right there, see? But then we have this small cantilevers right here. And like I said, we weld with these iron rods the mesh, and then we put plaster cement, and we finish it really well. Well, I have really good workers in this house. Okay, now so to end this video, this house has a lot of details on its facades. If you want to see the lateral facades, you can see everything goes outside, inside, right? And then if you go check the other side of the house, which I will do in a minute. See, that's a swimming pool right there. Oh, that's an outside living area right there. That's a fire pit right there. So this is more or less what we are proposing in your project. And right there, it's a jacuzzi. I'm gonna go in and get closer, because getting closer, you have a better idea of the size. So this is a pretty big jacuzzi right here. It's got to be at least 7 feet by 7 feet. Okay, so I wanted to show you the other side of the house. And like I said, you know, it's very interesting how the geometry of the house works. Nothing is totally straight. We have a lot of diagonal geometry in this house. And you know, while I'm walking right here, I'm walking to a lower level, and that's a house right here. Okay, so I really want to end up with this quality for Jack's house, right? And of course, the view is outrageous. The view is just, it's something else. Right there. There's a river down there. So I would say I have a 270-degree view. It's really cool. So I'll finish this video with this view. It's a different view. Of course, I might prefer the ocean view, but still, it's a really nice view. So hopefully this helps you understand a little bit what our structural design would look like. So I'll get back to you guys. Thank you so much.